Hello, everyone, and welcome to our non-technical presentation for the Sun Devil Connect application. My name is Zainab Eser, and I'm in the group 10 with Amanda Baker. This is for the last phase, the fourth phase of our project that we have been working on with Amanda. During this process, I'll walk you through the presentation and the features that we implemented for our Sun Devil Connect desktop app. Okay, first we have the login page and we added the authorization and authentication feature for our application. Users can either log in with their credentials or they can sign up or register for this application, the Sun Devil Connect app. So we only require their email and password. So when users first register for this application, their role will be a regular student, which is the regular user. We also have the club leader login, and we have an admin login. First, the homepage, the landing page for our student interface. Right here, as you can see, this is the home page when a student logs in for the Sun Devil Connect app. A couple of features that we see here are they can view all the clubs, they can view their clubs and all events and their registered events. Also, there is notifications, a filtering event and club feature for filterization, and one difference between the student homepage other than the admin and club homepage is, as we see at the right top corner, we have the request new club button. So this is only visible for the students that they can request creating a new club from the club panel, which is the club leader. So whenever they do a request, this request needs to be accepted by the club leader from the club panel. So I'll get to those, but this is how it looks like on the first page. The second one, this is the admin homepage, the admin landing page, and a couple of different features here are, as you see at the right top corner, we have the admin panel and club panel, which is only for admin. So admin users can have the access for everything. Also, in the notifications at the lower right side, you can see that there are flag notifications. So they have access to everything. They can manage clubs. They can manage them from club panel or admin panel. And they can accept and deny requests. And they can have the flag requests. And this is how it looks like for the admin panel. And for the homepage, again, this is the club leader homepage. The only difference here is at the right top corner, they have the club panel only. So they can only manage the club events and managing members of the club or creating new club events. Other than that, they don't have any access to the admin panel. Also, in the notifications widget at the right lower corner, they can see the new membership requests for the clubs. Looking at the admin panel more closely, in the admin panel, as we can see, we have the club management widget, we have a event widget, and a student management widget. In here, admins can manage any club, manage any events, and manage any students who belong to those clubs. Also, we have the club creation requests. So these are for the club leaders. While creating a club or accepting a club request from a student, the request will pop up in the admin panel, and they need to approve the clubs in order for students to join or create that club. Also, there is a flagged events management widget, which admins can see the flagged events, and they can either deny or approve these requests. So I'll get back onto that. And like I said, the admin panel is only visible and accessible by admins. Next, we have the club panel. In the club panel, as we can see, we have the event management, announcement management, member management, and membership requests. And the club panel is, like we said, it's only visible and accessible by the club leaders. From here, club leaders can create an events, but they need to be approved from a admin user, and they can post any announcements based on the clubs, and they can accept or deny any students who would like to join or subscribe for the specific club. This is the request for a new club panel, which was visible for the students. So if a student thinks that a club is beneficial for the community, or maybe it is needed for something, they need to file a request for the new club. By clicking on the button, this pop-up window opens, and it's asking for the club name, the club description, and why this club is needed. When we submit this request goes to the club leader, and they need to approve. Also, after the club leader approves, the admin needs to approve as well in order to create this club successfully. And just like we said, this feature is only for students, available for student panel. And if the club is approved, it will be created. Also, looking a little bit closer to the filtering feature that we have on the home page. The filtering feature is available for all the users, either it's student, club leader, or admin role. At the top side of the page, as we can see, we have the keyword filtering option, which we can add filtering words to search and filter. Also, we have dates option. We have different categories in order to select the right event, like sports, academic, social, or others. Filtering by locations, filtering by prices, either it's free or paid. Also, we can sort the events by the new events or the most popular events during that time. By this way, students or any user can find the specific event that's meant for them, that is in their interests, so they can easily register for that event. Next one is the clubs, events, and announcements widgets that we're going to look into. So as we looked them on the home panel, here we can see all the campus events or the events that we register for. For all of these, there are separate widgets that are initiated for those, and they're all under the individual headings. So just like we said, we have the all overall events, the only events that we register for, also all the clubs and the clubs that we registered for. We have a latest news panel, the widget to see the news from a club or a news from an event. Either an event could be canceled or a new event could be added to a club that we are a member of. So for those news, we can see it on that news widget. Also, we have the notifications widget. In here, I only showed the club panel and the admin panel notifications, but in the student panel, they will only be able to see the notifications from their clubs. So it works similar to the news, but it will be related with their enrolled clubs and events. For example, there is a club panel view of notifications widget. In here, we can see the membership request. And for the admin notification widget, we can also see the flagged events notifications. So they have more things to see in the notifications widget. Also, in our desktop app for Sun Devil Connect, we have the pop-ups, reminders, and information for let the users what is happening and if their request is processed or not. So I gave here two examples, but there are more, but most of the items that we have in the widgets, when you double click on those, a pop-up will appear and it will either give you an information or it will either ask you something or like registering or subscribing for a club or okay, your request was successfully created kind of thing. So first, one of them is for the events. When we double click on the events, we can see the date, the location, the category, fee, and how many people registered for that event. We can click on unregister or register for the events. And when we click on the unregister, the button turns back on the green to register. And when we click on the register, it goes back to red to unregister. So when we register, we can see the message that successfully unregistering for the event 2 is done. It's been created. And also we can flag the events. And when we click on the button, another pop-up window will open and it will ask for users to select a reason why this should be a flagged content. And also we need to add any optional comments if we need to add, and we can submit a flag. Or the other one is the club's pop-up window. When we double click on the clubs, we can see the description of the club, who the club leader is, and we can also see the events of these clubs right underneath. On this pop-up, we have the subscribe and join club buttons. When we hit the subscribe button, it works just like the register and unregister button for the events. So when we click on it, it just informs the user that their subscription has been made for that club. And when they hit join a club, another pop-up will open up and it will ask for the message to the club leader to send it, why they want to join a club, or they can just say, okay, I'm interested in this club, or they might have any questions. So club leaders, in order to that, they can accept or deny their requests. And lastly, we have the flagged contents that we talked about, but right now we will take a deeper look. This picture is from the admin panel. It's the last widget that we have on the admin panel that only admins can access this. So in the flags events management, if there's any flagged events by any user, they will see it on this widget. And when they double click on it, another pop-up window will open and it will ask for the admin action. So after they review the flag, what's the reason or the message that the user created for the admin, they can either dismiss or remove this flag content. So it is on admin to either dismiss it or remove it. When they dismiss it, the content will stay still and nothing will happen. Or if they selected remove, that content will be removed. Also, admin can add any notes during this process, either why it's dismissed or why it is removed. And then I think this is all of the features that we created, and this is how our Sun Devil Connect desktop app looks like. I'll just give a brief overview of how it looks like as well. When I hit Gradle Run, this is the login page as we talked about. So I will log in with the admin create the credentials. And we already put a demo account as an admin that you can log in to see what are the admin responsibilities, what kind of stuff they have access to, because admin account has access to everything. I think this is the best representation of the our Sun Devil Connect app. And after we hit login, we can expand or minimize the windows or any pop-up window. And here is we have all the filtering options, and we have all clubs, my clubs, all events, the registered events, notifications, and for the notifications, admins can see the flagged ones only. Also, at the very bottom, we have the latest news widget. And when we go to the admin panel, I will just expand this. Okay, we have the new club management. So we can create a clubs. Admins can create a club. Event management, we can create events and put the credentials here. We have the student management. We can add new students to our Sun Devil Connect app by admins if they don't have a login, or if anything else needs to be created to add a student, they can do it. Also, they have access. And we don't have any club creation requests right now, and we have the flagged events just like we talked about on our last slide. We double click on it and it needs the admin action, so we can either dismiss it or resolved. So we can say dismissed, and when we submit the review, it will say flag dismissed successfully. So we have another pop-up here that will inform the user that the request has been successfully created or has been done. And flag has been dismissed, and we see that the flag notification here is gone. So everything is good, and when we hit OK, it is done. And we have a back to main button here that we can go back to the main page. And then we have the club panel again. On the club panel, they can create new events. Oops. Okay. They can create new events, announcement management. They can create announcements. I'll show it this way. I think it will be much better. Okay. They can create new announcements. They can create members. And they can also refresh the membership request if there is. So if there is a membership request, it will appear right here. And this is the overall of our how the desktop application looks like.